Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between and beyond. Welcome to your timeless The Matrix reading. Ooh, this is going to be very fun doing these types of readings. Please know that past, present, or future energetical timelines could come forth within a reading. Use your discernment to take all of that which belongs to you and to leave the rest behind. To know that both Bastet and Sekhmet's energy could come forth within this reading. So we are challenging both light and dark at the same time. To understand what the Matrix is a system indoctrinated by man. And that indoctrination goes against the universal justice of eternal galactic light. So it wants to play a game and see whether or not its components of humans can recognize what in your world is defined as the Matrix, and what, if any, messages they have in tandem. It would make sense in this reading to not have your arms or legs crossed at the entirety for the reading, to ensure that you are letting all energies in. The Matrix. The Matrix is having you fooled that you are free. The Matrix has you fooled that the devil is something to fear. Because what actually is devil is satanic, because the ritual of the system has overtaken itself and rules the people. And in the ruling class of it, persuading people that it's a good system, it leaves you hoping that you want more. In a system that says that we are for all, there shouldn't be one singular aspect that desires more than what is freely given. The Matrix will have you convinced that the material worshipings that you have make you also very astute spiritually. That they confess to you that if you get the green pastures, the house with the white picket fence, the Labrador retriever, your couple of kids, and your marriage, that you will have a better understanding as to what makes you a purposeful human being. And then the Matrix comes in and shows you that there are glitches, because as you cooperate yourself in being a version of who you are, you realize that every trickle of a trace that you like to take a step forward, you get pushed a million steps backwards. So why does the system even exist if it doesn't even allow you to become anything while trying to go along existing with it? The system has also convinced you, the Illuminati, to know that there is something that exists, and now every time you fear anything going in the whispers of the crevices of your mind to be not of positive mental attitude, you think it has anything to do with the negative glitches of the Matrix, instead of taking it personal and thinking that your higher self, that your source or non-source, whatever it is that has you here, doesn't have integrity to protect you. For you to be so whitewashed in your own fears and your own faith, to trust and need an external validation is the exact reason why humanity must fall, in order to understand why humanity is an honor to experience, and not one to push greed, envy, or jealousy amongst each other. This system will have you convinced that you're fooled and crazy, that whenever you speak untruths, and that nothing that you have to say is of value. This system will teach you that breaking news is new news when the news already happened. The system will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my fucking channel. You may or may not know, once that Seven of Swords energy comes through on this fucking board, it is really hard for me to play nice. The Matrix will have you fooled because it's making you believe that every commodity that you're after will not only build your legacy, but justify the legacy that you keep working on. And then realize that as you become more accrued in the accolades of that security of abundance, you're not only more stressful, you're more lonely, you're more depressive, you're more lost, and then thus under the puppeteer control of the Matrix, because the Matrix has you fooled that you cater to it, and by catering to it and to and for it, you are unavailable unconditionally for other people, because you're a servitude for the Matrix. From beginning to end, your day exists because there's choices that you do in the name of the Matrix. The Matrix teaches you that health is important. At the same time, the Matrix gives you the first antidote of a vaccine, tobacco, alcohol, lies, brutality, Satanism, money inequity, inopportunities, inequality, injustices, all come from this system generated by people, saying it's for people, selling you drugs in 30 seconds of an ad clip, and within faster notions than you can think, a million fucking side effects, just so that you understand subliminally the good comes with bad and bad also comes with good. But here, pay $1 or $2. Here, go seek this and take it regardless. And when you do, don't go bitching to anybody about it, because we don't have the resources to hear you complain. AKA the Matrix. Some of you purposely take psychedelic measurements to unlock capillaries of your mind, but then don't realize that your fucking ego they will pronounce all the darknesses that are within your mind, because they're untapped energy just as hungry for salvation. If you are not capable of taking in that truth, then do not open up your fucking mouth and consume something. Because, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between and beyond, DMT, the gateway drug, is found naturally in your lungs. Breathe, and you will access it. follow the Matrix version of breathing, and you will not. Your yoga mantras may not offer you jack shit. And you have to start thinking, maybe it's because it's still fucking attached to the goddamn Matrix. Fucking yoga mantras. There's a difference between affirming something and also understanding the beauty of mantras and knowing the vile and viciousness that comes through the Matrix, utilizing that as a puppeteer in a cookie. Here, goody goodies, here, kitty kitties, do this, and we give you the magic pill of euphoria. As if when you meet your maker, it doesn't have that euphoria for you, please. Babylon fell because the Matrix was introduced. Babylon at one point was good because it brought people together. The Matrix will confuse you because the Matrix signals come intertwined with outside Matrix signals. Outside Matrix signals now has been identified as a plausible idea by Matrix individuals, aka alien. You don't think that the alien will obliterate this fucking Matrix? And then there are higher vibrations who would love to get a taste of that Matrix and be like, yo, how can we rule more? And you really feel that what we felt collectively on Earth vibration in 2020 didn't affect this very part of the conversation? Go home, meet your maker, and figure out what the fuck you want. To play a game with your intuition is to know that you have worth, and to know that in that worthiness you will be abundant, and that abundance also comes with peaks and valleys. Those peaks and valleys are the vibrations that we can't escape in this life, because they mean there are certain events that are opportunistic and there are certain events that are inopportunistic. In that cycle of contrasting polarity of a difference, we all dance. We all feel a version of being more royal and rich and more privileged, while others don't. Some feel that their problems are worldly problems, and then you go somewhere else and their problems are also worldly problems, and then we all simultaneously together forget that we're all unearthly with this worldly problem. How do you take a unanimous bigger issue and try to equalize it to the point where everyone feels safe, comforted, and acknowledged? Well, you have to tell them you're accessible to the same situation and things and needs as everyone else. And in that conversation, unfortunately and fortunately, it is worse. The reason why it's unfortunate and fortunately is because it's about you taking your mind, physical, and emotional well-being or unwellness and figuring out whether you can believe in something other than yourself, because you constantly require something other than yourself to validate you. You look for it for your friends, you look for it in your families, you look for it in strangers, you look for it in whatever is external to help validate you. In echelons of time, it gets very confusing, and the Matrix is designed that way to make it more confusing, to make it more unanimous of a fight, with no one reaching the end goal to the finish line. The end is a new beginning. Fucking Seven of Swords, man. Full of deception. I mean, in a way, the Seven of Swords is really great for me in the Matrix reading, because you need to understand it is vile and meant to deceive you. It's literally crowning below and above the card of trusting your intuition and relying on certain things to come back to you, right? With the Eight of Wands. Messages want to return back to you. You're waiting for them to return to you with the Three of Wands. And whatever it is, it's pushing you into that Nine of Pentacles of abundance, of validation. And that is galactic light. All right, that is around the matrix, making you feel that divine energy is real. The divine feminine energy is the energy of God. Or the echelons of now generations are saying that God is a woman because God is too busy creating, okay? And there's nothing that's deceptive about that energy because it's anticipatory. It's the void where you don't know what could be birthed out of that. And then once you become aware of something, you turn into the Knight of Swords energy. Someone who's ready to speak their truth. And you're not just ready, you're actually on that adventure. You're on that movement. You're going towards it because what you were faced with from the Knight of Swords in the beginning of the reading, you became the Knight of Swords and you're facing the other way. You took your ego and you defined it because you won't allow the Matrix to define it for you. How do you know if you get sensations outside of the matrix that you can latch onto? You can get adrenaline rush, you can get hot flashes, you can get all of a sudden spasms that are out of nowhere. You can see light visions and frequencies go to the eye doctor, and the eye doctor has no absolute idea what the fuck you're talking about because it can't see it. All right, you go with physical pain, a migraine, you go to a dentist, you go to a neurologist, and they have no answers for you. That's when you're left to thinking, all right, wait, who the fuck is giving me all this negative energy? And am I supposed to attend to this negative energy, or am I supposed to learn from this negative energy? Learning from that negative energy is knowing that you're dancing with the devil in doing so because you're not afraid of looking at negative energy and applying it in a different way than the Matrix is conditioning you to try to only accept it. The Matrix is convincing you it's a one-size-fits-all situation because it's all calling you home. But everyone knows there's not a one-size-fits-all for every single person. So what is the Matrix trying to convince you? Wow. It's an inhalation process. Air magic. Because going through those physical symptoms that you feel, if you feel any sweats right now, as I'm feeling, you might be getting like face sweats, you might be getting like cold sweats, you might get that stomach gurgling, gassy feeling, you might even catch yourself needing to burp. Those are all things that are being processed because you're inhaling them, but it's an annihilation that's happening for you because you're uncomfortable. That's light. That's light processing within you because your cells also have negatives, also has toxicities, and it doesn't mean that they can't be fixed or diminished or even cured. It just means becoming aware and not every single time looking for that one-size pill that will deplete all your natural rhythms to dance with some of these vibrations. That if you were just to dance with them just a little bit more, you'll not only understand what it is that they're trying to teach you, but you will become them, and then you'll know how to generate that process on your own to get more confident and to actually then heal the things that you think are actually meant to give you discomfort. You'll be surprised that those discomforts are only trying to lean you towards the idea that there's resistance. And resistance, to anyone inquisitive and dancing with the shadows knows, resistance is the key to bring you to the light of all. Wow. Renew your light. You're surrounded, there's someone that's surrounded, but you have to take certain things that you hear externally of the reading and question yourself why they're happening. There are beings around you that are not human, that are crying out to you, telling you to trust your intuition. They're trusting you and asking you to pay attention to not only them, but that they can tap into certain situations that you maybe not, because maybe you're the type of individual that forgets to take a sacred breath, right? Meanwhile, you can't think, process, eat, sleep, shit, or do any of that stuff without breathing. And there are beings around you that see life in a different way than you do, and you naturally have a cordial way of behaving with them. That's unconditional love. Unconditional love is not up to you to believe in it or not. It just exists without you or not. Just the same as God or devil or any of that energy is. It exists without you. And when you're no longer here, that conversation is going to keep going. Because that conversation is cumulative. It will keep trackling itself over and over and over again, beyond time, beyond words, beyond space. The Matrix will not teach you that. Using vigor to engage in the avenue of love, a one-way street. We have honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And we have the loneliness. I know that I am never alone. All right. Again, if you'd like to render any of my services, they can be found in the description box below. I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. And may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing.